Hello everybody, this is Mario and welcome to the sixth and last video of this mini-series. Today I'm gonna show you how you can show to the user a nice progress spinner that will help him or her to understand how the upload process is going. Anyway, why should you bother in the first place? Well, first of all, having a nice progress bar or spinner is gonna make your website look much cooler and professional. The second thing that you might want to take into account is that when a user is on your website and doesn't know what's going on, sort of panics. Let me put that into context. Imagine that someone is trying to upload a gigantic picture to your server and their connection is sort of slow. So basically, they're gonna stand there, staring at the screen, not knowing what's going on, and they don't know if the upload was successful or if there was a problem. So they might start, I don't know, like to push buttons around, they might want to go back, and this is not really going to help the upload process, right? So that's why you want to give the user some sort of visual clue that is going to inform them on how the upload process is going ahead. So without wasting any time, let's just jump into the code, shall we? So once again we are inside our code editor, Atom, and we are looking at the submit function, which is the one that is triggered when the user pushes the send button and sends the form and the picture back to the server. Now, this is an AJAX code, yeah? And we see over here that as soon as the form is sent, a model gets opened, a pop-up, yeah? And the function renders a weight spinner component inside this model. The component, called the weight spinner, is just a spinner with bright colors that keeps spinning until the files sent by the user has been uploaded completely. And when the upload is complete, then if the server sends a 200 response, the success component is going to be rendered inside our model. And the success component basically just displays a green check mark, right? We've already seen it when we tested over and over again our application. Now, if you are uploading a small file or if you have a fast internet connection, this is perfectly fine because the whole upload process is just going to last a split of a second or 1 second. So having just a spinner which gives no additional information is perfectly fine. But what happens if you are trying to upload a big file, or if your internet connection is low, or when these two conditions are true at the same time? If this is the case, you may want to provide the user with additional information about the upload progress. And this is what we're going to code right now. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do to achieve our goal is to access the upload property of our AJAX code, which is XHR, and add an event listener to it. We'll be listening to the progress event, and every time that there is a progress, we will trigger the render progress function, which we haven't written yet. So let's just code it. Okay, let's write our function right here. We're going to write render progress, and this is going to be an error function. We're going to pass in the event. In this case, this is going to be the progress event, and we are going to open our parentheses. Before writing the body of the function, let's ask ourselves, what do we want this function to do? Well, basically, we want this function to render the percentage of the upload progress that has been done. But where are we going to render this number? Because right now, when the form is submitted, we just have a spinner. Well, we'll just replace the weight spinner component with another component which I've already written over here. You have it in your repository, in the boilerplate of the project. This component is called progress, and it's pretty much the same as the weight spinner, yeah? But right above the spinner, there is h file tag yeah, which includes the word uploaded column, and then there is a span set to 0, and then there is a percentage sign. Basically, we want our function to change this 0, this number over here, every time that there is a progress in the upload. But anyway, first things first, let's make sure that when the form is submitted, the application doesn't output with spinner inside the model, but it renders progress instead. Let's change it very quickly. We write progress, and that's it. Now we are truly ready to complete our render progress function. We can write the body of it. I will paste from a repo. Again, these 2 lines of code. Okay, first of all, we're going to declare a new variable which is called progress done. And basically over here we are calculating the percentage of the file that has been uploaded successfully. And we do it this way. First of all, we reference to the loaded property of the upload event, which we passed into the function over here. We divide that by the total size of the file that we are uploading. We reference that as the total property of the upload event, and then we multiply it all by 100. This is how you calculate percentages, right? After that, we want to render progress done inside the percentage span, which is right here in the progress component. Let's check it once again for the sake of clarity. Here we are, span ID percentage. Yeah, it contains a 0. We want to modify this dynamically every time that there is some progress in our upload. Of course, we also want to make sure that we avoid decimals. Looks much better. So we use the toFixed method and we pass in a 0 to make sure that there is no decimal in place. At this point we are good to go. Let's see if it works. Back to our app once again. By now you are familiar with it. This time we are going to add another book. It's going to be Oliver Twist. The author is Charles Dickens. We're going to select the picture. It's going to be this one. And in order to make the whole process slow, we are going to open our Google Developers Console. We're going to select Network, and then we're going to select Slow 3G. Basically, we are going to simulate a slow internet connection so that we have the time to appreciate the progress spinner in all its beauty. So let's submit the form. Yeah, you see? The UI is updating in real time. And that's it. We made it. Okay. Our book is here. And our progress bar worked perfectly. Congratulations, you made it through the whole project. If you find this kind of content useful, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so that you will not miss the next videos that we are going to publish very soon. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Bye!